definitely was having issues with leaking a little bit when exercising specifically, which is an issue for me because I am in the military, so I have to work out, I have to run, I have to do exercise, and when I was doing that, I would always feel really uncomfortable. I would have to just excuse myself if I knew there was going to be jumping jacks or anything like that. I had a lot of looseness, and it would cause a lot of air to get trapped during intercourse, and it was very uncomfortable and painful and embarrassing. I also would have a frustrating time when I would feel aroused, but I was not getting moisture down there like I wanted to. So I'd have to use lubrications and things like that, even though mentally and physically I felt like I wanted to be there. She just wasn't cooperating with me. I've done 2 currently as of now.
And this is your 3rd.
This is my 3rd. I started looking into it after I had my son. I'm only 26, so I did not want to live the rest of my life having embarrassing issues every time I had sex. So I started looking into it, and I came to the office and they gave me some great information. I had already looked into it a little bit previously, but then Dr. Dima gave me some really good information on it and suggested I try it. It's actually very comfortable. It just feels like a warm hot tub to me, just like a little warm massage. And you just kind of hang out and get a massage on your vagina for like 45 minutes and chit chat, and it's very relaxing. So after the very first one, I immediately noticed that there was a difference in the wetness feeling. So it was already more wet on its own, and then especially when I was aroused, it would be that much more. That was the major one that I noticed with the first one. After the second one, I noticed a major increase in the tightness of it. I had my first female ejaculation. I squirted for the first time, which was terrifying but awesome the very first time, until we tried it a few more times to see that it wasn't a fluke. It was something that actually happened. So I can do that now, which is pretty fun. And I actually can have multiple orgasms now, and I used to maybe be able to do 1 or 2 before, but now I can just continuously go until I'm absolutely exhausted. After the second treatment, I tested it one time to see how many I could do, to see if there was just going to eventually be a point where I could stop, I guess as a challenge to maybe increase it more. But after I got to 10, I just gave up that time, that testing. So as far as I know, it just will keep going until I can't physically stay awake anymore. We've been together since we were 16, but so he said that it was more like when we first started having sex when we were like 16. So it's been really fun. He definitely noticed a difference, and I tried to ask him, it's okay, you don't have to be, you know, it's not rude or anything, like obviously we are paying for this. He was like, there is definitely a difference, and he would mention that he would feel the muscles grabbing him, like he couldn't almost get things in or out, but like in a good way because it was so tight. He's just been very pleased. I think he thinks it's been worth the time and the money for sure, because it has paid off exponentially. It went from maybe having sex once a week, but I would always need extended foreplay time to get finally moist enough down there to be able to actually have intercourse, or I would just feel uncomfortable. It would take a really long time, and now it doesn't take any time almost at all. I'm literally just, he's looking good in his jeans today, so I'm just gonna jump those bones real quick. I got 15 minutes, not get killed, so he's enjoyed it in the best way I can say it. So I was never really thrilled with how it looked before kids even. I always felt like it wasn't very pretty. It just always, I felt like, looked kind of wrinkly or sunken in, and not when I picture, you know, like cute and plump or anything like that. I just was never really thrilled with it. It did actually make me a little bit self-conscious because my labia were always, I felt like, really long, and like not really long, but enough that it made me self-conscious about it. And after having a kid, it just made everything look older than I feel like it should look for my age. So now it's all kind of sucked right back in again and looks like plump, and there's like some shrinkage in the lip size. So it's just all cute and adorable. Pretty. I look at it all the time, actually. I look at myself in the shower, or if I'm just walking around, or if I'm just hanging out. I'm just like, she's so cute, and she's so cute. She's my bestie now. It's been really wonderful. They've been extremely professional, but also make you feel very comfortable, because it is a slightly uncomfortable procedure initially. It's, you know, you feel maybe slightly exposed, or you're nervous. You don't even know if it's going to work in the first place, but Dr. Dima is really good at making you feel at ease and just talking to you and keeping you distracted from the slight uncomfortableness that you feel, to the point that you don't even care anymore. And the staff's been really professional and has done follow-up calls to make sure that I got appointments when I needed to, and understood when I've had last-minute things that I just could not change. They've been really good and helpful and understanding about getting me to where I wanted to be with my vagina. I'm extremely happy that I got it done. I have absolutely zero regrets whatsoever with every penny. And I have told friends about it, and I continue to tell people about it, and will continue to tell people about it, because it's the best thing that I've ever done, especially for something that's not even invasive. From this, I literally go home and I'm done. I mean, from the second I walk out of the office, there's no pain, there's no uncomfortability, there's no anything at all. There's no downtime. So if I'm feeling frisky, I can go home and enjoy it right away. I would just say anybody who is nervous about it should just continue to do research and look up results. Educate yourself before you even come to the doctor's appointment. When you look up the actual Thermiva results and you see that people say that it's worth it, and you can see the difference for people that have before and after pictures, it's amazing. You can tell. So it's not like this is just some hogwash where you're not going to be able to tell and you're not going to feel anything. You can tell immediately from after the first visit. So I think it's just worth giving it a shot. Like, it's not painful, it's not damaging, you have nothing to lose at this point. You only have awesome sex to gain. And this is the place to come.